Nestled in the heart of the Cairngorms National Park, the Boat Country Inn stood as a sentinel of Scottish heritage, its thick stone walls weathered by centuries of Highland winds. The inn's rustic charm wooden beams heavy with age, a hearth glowing with a crackling fire, and the faint sound of the river spey mingling with the occasional whistle of the Strathspey steam railway drew travellers seeking solace in its embrace. Surrounded by mist-shrouded forests and rolling hills, it was a place where time seemed to pause, yet beneath its warm hospitality whispered tales of restless spirits and forgotten sorrows. In the autumn of 2007, Emma Russell, a historian on sabbatical from her university post, arrived at the inn. Specializing in Scottish folklore, she sought to unravel the threads of local legends. Drawn to Boat of Garten for its proximity to ancient osprey trails and the railway's haunting echoes, the inn's cozy interiors, with tartan curtains and candlelit corners, felt like a portal to the past, perfect for her research. Yet, from her first night, Emma sensed an unseen presence, faint hum in the air, like a song half remembered. Shadows flickered at the edges of her vision, and the creak of floorboards seemed to carry whispers of names long lost. Dismissing these as the musings of an overtired mind, Emma settled into her work, poring over manuscripts by lamplight. But the sensations persisted, growing sharper with each passing day. One evening, in the inn's dimly lit bar, she met Angus, the bartender, a man of sturdy build and warm demeanor, his eyes crinkling with the weight of local lore. Over a dram of peaty whiskey, he leaned in, voice low, and shared the tale of the lady in white. "She's a ghost, they say," Angus began, polishing a glass absently. "A lass from centuries past, heartbroken and lost in the woods nearby. Her spirit wanders the inn, seeking what she couldn't find in life peace, perhaps." Emma's curiosity flared. The story, though vague, resonated with the energy she'd felt in the inn's halls. She pressed Angus for more, but he only shrugged, saying, "The Highlands keep their secrets close." Undeterred, she turned to the village archives, scouring faded records for any trace of the mysterious woman. The documents offered little snippets of land disputes and clan feuds, but no mention of a lost soul in white. Boat of Garten, known as the Osprey Village, held its own place in history. Once a hub of the timber trade, it had waned until the Ospreys, vanished from Scotland in the early 20th century, returned to nest near the village decades later. Their soaring wings became a symbol of renewal, a beacon of hope for a community tethered to the land. Emma learned this from locals, who spoke of the birds with reverence, their calls echoing like promises kept. One crisp morning, Emma ventured along the Osprey trails, the forest floor damp with dew and pine needles. Mist curled around ancient trees, and the air felt heavy, as if the woods themselves held their breath. There, half hidden by brambles, she found an overgrown gravestone, its inscription worn but legible. Elspeth MacLeod, 1790 to 1810. Taken too soon, may she find peace among the ospreys. The words sent a chill through her, not from the cold, but from a sudden certainty. Could Elspeth be the lady in white? Seeking answers, Emma visited Morag, a village elder whose lined face seemed to carry the weight of centuries. Over tea in a cottage, fragrant with lavender, Morag shared a story passed down through generations. Elspeth was a spirited lass, she said, her voice soft but steady. Fell in love with a lowland merchant, passing through a man of charm but no standing here. Her family had promised her to a local laird, and such unions were ironclad then. Heartbroken, she fled to the woods one stormy night, her white gown trailing behind. They never found her, but folks say her soul lingers, bound to the ospreys she loved, watching their flight from the shadows. The tale struck Emma like a bell, clear and resonant. Elspeth's story wasn't just folklore, it was a wound in the village's heart, unhealed after centuries. Determined to honor her memory, Emma resolved to help Elspeth find the peace her gravestone wished for. With Angus's help, she organized a sitting, a quiet gathering to remember and connect with the past in the inn's lounge. A small group of locals joined them, their faces lit by a single candle's glow. The room grew unnaturally cold, and a faint scent of heather filled the air, though no flowers were near. "Elspeth," Emma said softly, her voice steady despite her racing heart, "if you're with us, we're here to listen. We want to help you rest." The candle's flame flickered wildly, casting shadows that seemed to sway like figures in a dance. A faint, mournful whisper drifted through the room, lost. Alone, so soft it might have been the wind. Emma's breath caught, but she pressed on. "You're not alone," she said. "We see you, Elspeth. We remember you." A sudden gust swept through, though every window was shut, extinguishing the candle. In the darkness, a collective gasp rose. When Angus relit the flame, a single white feather lay on the table. Delicate as a breath, its edges glowing faintly in the light. An osprey's feather, unmistakable. Emma clutched the feather, her heart pounding with purpose. At dawn, she and Angus trekked to the osprey nesting site, where pines stood like silent guardians. The sky was painted with hues of pink and gold, and mist clung to the earth like a lover reluctant to part. Beneath a towering tree, they placed the feather gently on the ground, offering a silent prayer for Elspeth's soul. As the sun crested the hills, an osprey rose from the canopy, its wings slicing through the still air. Its piercing call echoed, sharp and free, and Emma felt a profound sense of calm, as if the weight of centuries had lifted. She knew, in a way that defied explanation, that Elspeth's spirit had found peace, soaring at last with the ospreys she adored. The boat country still welcomes guests, its walls steeped in history and warmth. The whispers of the lady in white have faded, replaced by the gentle hum of life, laughter in the bar. The clink of glasses, the murmur of stories shared. Yet Elspeth MacLeod's legend endures, woven into the fabric of Boat of Garten, a poignant reminder of love's fragility, loss's shadow, and the enduring spirit of the Scottish Highlands. Many thanks for treading this tale's dark path. If its chill gripped you, follow, subscribe, and comment below.